Your girl loves a ruffle detail, whether it's on a blouse like this one, which is the Olivet blouse, on a bra, on a panty, and hey, if it's on the booty of a panty, even better. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to add the cutest ruffle detail to the Ray Underwire bra and Godive bodysuit. Hello, I'm Maddie from Madalynne Intimates, and we do everything DIY lingerie, from DIY kits to bra making classes, workshops, and retreats, private lessons, online tutorials just like this one, frock tails, and hey, I even wrote a book. You can also follow Madalynne on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. As I said in the intro, in this short video, I'll be going over how to add a ruffle detail to the Ray Underwire bra and Godive bodysuit. Now, before we get into all those fun steps, I want to call out that I will assume that you have some bra making knowledge. So I won't be going over every single step, such as how to sew bra cups to the frame, how to add fold over elastic, how to add straps, hooks and eyes, and all those things. If you have any questions regarding any of the steps, be sure to check out the book Sew Lingerie, which is available on Madalynne.com, Amazon, as well as cntpublishing.com. Let's dive right in and go over what you should have cut out for this variation of the Ray Underwire bra / Godive bodysuit. Now, I say that both patterns can be used because the bra cups of the Ray Underwire bra and the Godive bodysuit are exactly the same. The frame pieces of the Godive bodysuit are just extended frame pieces of the Ray Underwire bra. The back band of the Godive bodysuit, well, actually, the back bands of the Godive bodysuit, there isn't one, but in the sew along, I go over how to create a back band for the Godive bodysuit. So you can use either pattern for this variation. For the center front frame, the side front frame, the lower bra cups, which is the center front lower bra cup and the side lower bra cup. I mix up the words there, but you get my drift. It is one layer of this Goupier lace, floral lace, lined with a layer of stretch mesh. Now, I'm not lining it with a non-stretch fabric because this Goupier lace already is non-stretch. So one layer of the lace, spray base it to a layer of the mesh. Now for the lower bra cups, I also cut out, in addition to that, sheer cup lining, only because I want a clean finish the seam allowances of the bra cups. That is a technique that I go over in the book. And then for the top cup, it is one layer of the Goupier lace, spray base it to a layer of stretch mesh, no sheer cup lining, but I also cut out this eyelet embroidery, which is going to peek out on the finished piece. And then for the back band, it is just a single layer of mesh, and then I added this little decorative overlay of the embroidery, the eyelet embroidery, chiffon embroidery. I am mixing up my words today. Just to kind of incorporate some of this eyelet onto the back, so that the back doesn't look like it was forgotten, that we incorporated some of those details onto the back. Then I cut out, honestly, I didn't even measure this, I just cut out a long strip of this eyelet. And this is about 5/8 of an inch wide, 3/4 from the top edge to the bottom. And this is what we're gonna use for that super cute ruffle that's along the wire seam line. I cut out 2 of them, each for each bra cup. Now let's go on to what's cut out for the bottom. So for the bottom, I actually used, and this was just like, I just grabbed the pattern, but I actually used the Noel front panty, just because I wanted to. The front of the Godive bodysuit actually is the base off of the Noel. It just has seams here, lined with a layer of stretch mesh. And also the Noel is a free pattern. So let's just say, like, where do you get the Noel? It is a free pattern on our website. And then the back is just a single layer of stretch mesh. And then also incorporating some of those eyelet details or chiffon lace details. I just cut this out at a triangle. And honestly, you can just play around with what placement you want. Maybe you want that little detail going this way or that way. I just want it in the center. So I cut out this triangular lace overlay insert, whatever you want to call it. The first step of sewing is to sew the center front frame to the side front frame. So I'm going to do it wrong sides together because I'm going to add a decorative trim down those vertical seams. And then the front frame to the back bands along the side seam, again with wrong sides together because I'm going to add a decorative trim on top, and then assemble the lower bralette cups, the main fabrics, which are the goopier lace and spray wasted to the mesh, as well as the lining fabric. So those should be separate. Lower bra cups are sewn together, main fabric as well as lining fabric separately. The frame pattern pieces also all together, frame with the back band, wrong sides together, right sides of the lower bra cups together. All right, so let's move on to the next step, which is to assemble the top cups so that we can sew them to the lower cups. So what we're gonna do here is that you are going to just lay this on top so that it's overlapped, I would say about 1/4 inch with the embroidered eyelet lace. You're gonna do a straight stitch along that top edge, straight or, yeah, straight. This is non-stretch, so it doesn't matter if it's straight or zigzag. Then you're gonna flip it over so that a little bit of that scallop edge is peeking out. Then you're gonna press it. Whether you top stitch or not, it's gonna be completely up to you. If you want to top stitch so that everything's nice and clean, that's fine. If you're using a fabric that, let's just say, has a nice crisp edge and it doesn't need a top stitch, that is okay as well. Then once you fold it back, you're gonna do a basting stitch to hold all the layers together. Okay, top cup has been assembled. Now we're going to sew them to the lower cups and clean finish it with the lining. So let's take the lining out of the way because that is going to confuse you. So let's put right sides together. I'm gonna pin it to that top edge. I'm just doing it in like 3 spots because I'm going to put the lining on top. Then with the right side facing the right side of the main fabric on the lower cups, I am going to repin it through all layers. And I'm going to sew them together with a straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam allowance, and back stitch at the beginning and the ends. And then when I do that, I will come back and show you some bra making magic so that all the seam allowances are encased on the inside. bra cups have been sewn. I also did a top stitch around the perimeter of the outer perimeter of the bra cups just to keep all the layers in place. It'll just help with the next step. Now don't have a panic attack that I already went ahead and did the next step so you could see what needs to be done after as I'm explaining it. Okay, so on this strip of lace, I did a basting stitch, like 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Then I am going to take one of the strings and gather it. And this is why I cut the strip just really long, is that I didn't know how much gathering I wanted on those bra cups, so I could gather it and kind of see how much I wanted, maybe take some away, add some more gathers. So let me gather it. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind is that I didn't really add a lot of shearing or gathering right at the center front edge. I wanted to lay pretty flat in that area as well as the side. Because I'm going to have fold over elastic along this edge is going to be folded over, so I didn't want a lot of bulk in those areas. And then I'm just going to even out the gathers. And I wanted more gathering kind of towards the bottom of the bra cup. All right, so once everything is pinned and placed, you are going to just stitch it down with a straight stitch, regular stitch, not a basting stitch, just to hold it in place. And then after we do that, then we will attach the cups. You can also note that I pretty much cut it flush with that center front edge. Let me just clean this up really quickly. There we go. Okay. Once the ruffle trim is sewn in place, then you will pin the bra cups to the frame with right sides together. So you will do right sides together and just sew it as you normally would a bra cup. Cups are sewn in, and this is looking cute. Look at that. Love a ruffle detail. Okay, so next is you are going to sew the bra channeling on just as normal, just as you regularly would the right underwire bra or the Godive bodysuit. Then, well, actually, I will wait and demo the next step as the next step. Underwire channeling has been sewn. Now, when you first finish this step, your cup is going to look like this. Don't panic, because until you press it with steam on a synthetic setting, it's not gonna lie flat. So don't flip out if you're like, this looks awful. Just wait until you give it a nice little press, and then the ruffles will lay exactly as they should, nice and pretty. So the next step is I actually went ahead and sewed the first step of the channeling. Now you go ahead and sew the second pass or the second step. Now when you do that second step, you are folding this out of the way and doing that second line of stitching. So you're not stitching, there's no visible stitching on this ruffle. So it's gonna rely on a lot of steam and a lot of pressing to get that ruffle to lie flat. And if you need to as well, this will be in place once you sew the fold over elastic, so you don't have to worry about that flipping over that way. You might have to do like just a little tack down here just so it doesn't flip up. Even when I do that, it's still flipping down. And then when we finish the underwire channeling, this will keep everything nice and clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it for the other side. Okay, second line of stitching has been sewn. Also added a charm at that center front. This can get bulky, so that charm kind of disguises, you know, any Should we call them mistakes? No, no. We're perfect. We don't make mistakes. Okay, and then also insert the underwire. Next step is that you will continue sewing the bra. So fold over elastic here. We're going to add a wide waistband here. And then let's move on to the panty portion. So for the Noel, all I did was I added those top, what are they called? Detailing at an angle so that they relatively matched the vertical seams on the top of the bra or the frame. And then for the back panty, sewed the lace overlay down. I will sew the entire panty and then fold over elastic and then combine the two. So you will basically proceed with the construction of the Godive bodysuit / Noel panty until it's finished. So I'm gonna go do that and then I will show you the after. Bodysuit is finished, and let's just take a close up at like all these details that I am obsessed with. So the ruffle along the wire seam line, we finished the edges with fold over elastic, attached the wide waistbands, rings and sliders, strap elastic, hook and eye. The bottom finished with wider fold over elastic. You could definitely do the narrow fold over elastic. And then these are just a decorative kind of top stitching. It's actually not channeling. So that is the tutorial. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to pop them below and let me know what you think about this. Is it easy? Is it hard? Does it seem easy? Does it seem hard? Let me know.